Hey, this is BRAINWAVEZ and I'm gonna show you how to create a drop like distinct motive. This whole project file, as usual, is available on my Patreon along with many others, so feel free to check the link in the description if you want to get it, and let's get started. The BPM for this project is 140. The drums by themselves, they sound like this. And they consist of a kick drum, one snare, and for the snare I was looking for something that was sounding like a little bit lo-fi, a little bit like old school. So that's what I got, this ride sample, which has some auto pan, so I'm just panning that to the left and to the right, and then this tambourine sample. So that's for the drums. Then going into the sound design, I split this into two groups, a call and a response group. The groups don't have anything in terms of effects. The first bass that you hear is this one. And this is like crazy simple. I spent a lot of time trying to figure this sound out, and it was just basically a matter of playing with the sync on a sine wave. So basically I have this LFO going to the sync, no window, and it has an amount of 76. And then I'm also routing the level to the LFO and this filter. And the effects that it has is only one reverb. So without this and just like that, sounds like this. If you change the amount, it changes the sound, so for me 76 was like the sweet spot. Then the filter helps to make everything like a little bit smoother. And just a little bit of reverb. And that's everything. Then I just have a sub bass cutting below 150. For the sub bass on that section, it's a sine wave with a little bit of harmonics, as you can see, as you just draw the harmonics in there, and a master tune modulation with this second envelope. This parameters in here. The master tuning is in unipolar mode, 4 in amount, and then soft clipping. So then I have like bass 1.2 because this is a variation of the first one, and all that I'm doing is just changing the shape of the LFO. But the rest is pretty much the same. So now I'm combining this with this. So here sounds like this. And that's it for the first call bass. I'm gonna jump into the second one in a bit, but for now, let me jump to the first and the second response bass. So first one sound like this. And it's 2 layers, the main bass. It starts with the acid wavetable in here. Wavetable position 47. This first LFO, which is in trigger mode, 1 octave, is routed to the volume. Then I have some chorus. Distortion in pre mode, this is pretty important. Pre-filtering, compression, phaser, EQ, making it like a little bit brighter, and for the EQ I'm also modulating the gain. And then outside of the patch I have this saturator with the a bit warmer preset, 12 dBs of drive, sine fold. And lastly, one EQ. This EQ is making the sound more hollow and creating that characteristic sound that distinct motive has. And just to show you how important this is, I'm gonna put it on the off mode or the pose mode. It's just not the same, it needs to be on the pre-filtering mode. And the phaser also helps with the texture that I want. This is also cool, but I was looking for something more hollow. So that's for that one. Then in the EQ, besides having the second band going, with the gain all the way down on 160, I'm also cutting everything below 7,000 and I'm boosting a lot around 2K. Then the sub bass is just a sine wave with some harmonics once again, and filtering and a little bit of soft clipping. Then I have this other response bass, which is pretty cool, and it's similar to the one we just checked. As you will notice, there is some similarities. In this case, it's a sine wave and some post-processing. So there is a master tune modulation going on, bipolar mode, 5 in the amount, then distortion. And notice that this time I'm using the post-filtering mode and with these parameters in here. Compression, multiband, phaser. As you can see, all the effects really matter for this one. Drive 56. And then I just have the same saturator as before. And a similar EQ, just making it more hollow. Without the boost into 2K this time. So once again, let me show you how the post-processing really affects how the sound is shaped. Yeah, so a lot of room for variation for sure in here. So the 2 layers, they sound like this. Cool. Then in the second part of the drop, I have this second response bass, which consists of this basic CJW shape with table position all the way to the right. This LFO one, 1/4 mode, routing the level and the filter. And that sounded pretty good already, but I just added some hyperdimension, also routing. Everything that you'll see with another modulation is going to be routed to the LFO one. Distortion. Not doing too much, to be honest. Compression. Delay. Making it like a little bit more metallic and lighter. And some reverb. Outside of the patch, I have this disperser. Just making it like a tiny bit lasery. And this EQ, just cutting the sub bass. Because I have the same sub bass that we covered before. then I have like a vocal shout with a lot of reverb and delay, which just helps a lot with the groove. As usual, this whole project file is available on my Patreon along with many others. And also I'm doing one-on-one coaching, so if you want to jump on a Zoom call with me, feel free to check the link in the description. Also, I'm doing mixing and mastering gigs, so if you want to get a song mixed or mastered by me, reach out to me on Instagram. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope I see you around.